The rain drummed softly against the glass walls of the city's most expensive rooftop restaurant. Every table glowed under candlelight, except one. Table 12, where Ethan Ward, the ruthless CEO of Ward Industries, sat alone, checking his watch for the third time. His blind date was now 45 minutes late. Typical. He should have known better than to let his assistant talk him into this. He wasn't made for romance. Only results, numbers, and power. Love? That was for people who couldn't afford control. He sighed, signaled the waiter to bring the bill, and was just about to leave when a girl, drenched from the rain, carrying a torn handbag, rushed in. "Sorry I'm late," she blurted, panting, cheeks flushed. Ethan blinked. "Excuse me?" She froze. Her wide brown eyes darted around the table, confusion flickering. Then realization hit. Wrong person. "Oh no, I'm sorry! I thought this was someone else's table." She began to back away, embarrassed. Something in her awkward smile, half apology, half exhaustion, stopped him. "Wait," Ethan said before he could stop himself. "Sit. You look like you need a warm meal." She hesitated. I can't. I don't belong here." "Neither do I," he muttered. And somehow she sat. Her name was Lila. She was working 2 jobs, one at a diner, one cleaning offices, saving money to pay for her younger brother's surgery. She hadn't eaten all day. Ethan listened, half out of boredom, half out of curiosity. But the longer she talked, the quieter his thoughts became. She laughed softly, eyes shining, even as she spoke about skipping meals to buy her brother's medicine. When the waiter returned with the check, Ethan handed over his card without thinking. "You didn't have to do that," she said softly. "You didn't have to sit down," he replied. She smiled. "Guess we both needed something tonight." That night, Ethan couldn't sleep. Her words haunted him. We both needed something. For years, he had everything: money, control, reputation, but not meaning. The next morning, he called his board and cancelled all his meetings. Then he drove to the small diner she mentioned. Lila was there, scrubbing tables with worn hands and a tired smile. He walked in and said, "You once said you didn't belong in that restaurant. But maybe you belonged in my life instead." She stared, confused. "What are you talking about?" "I want to help. Your brother's surgery, consider it done." Her eyes filled with tears. "Why would you do that?" He smiled faintly. "Because you reminded me that being rich means nothing if you've forgotten how to care." Months passed. Her brother recovered. Lila quit her jobs and started working at Ethan's foundation, a new one he created to help children from poor families. Every morning, Ethan found her in the office kitchen, humming softly while making coffee for everyone, including him. And every morning, he thought, she didn't just change my company. She changed me. 1 year later, at the same rooftop restaurant, under the same candlelight, Ethan looked across the table, not at an empty chair, but at Lila, smiling in a simple blue dress. He reached for her hand. "You once sat down by mistake," he said, voice quiet, "but it was the best mistake of my life." She laughed. "Some mistakes are meant to happen." And as the city lights glimmered below, the man who once believed love was a weakness finally learned, kindness was the greatest power of all. Moral: sometimes life's biggest miracles walk in uninvited. A single act of kindness can melt the coldest heart and turn a stranger into the reason you start believing again.